G'day, Klint here from EcomFire. Today I'm going to be talking about niche selection. A lot of people seem to get hung up on this, and it's the very first stage, and probably the most important in a lot of ways. So I'll give you a few of my tips and what I'm always looking for when I'm researching potential products and niches for my dropshipping stores. And I guess tip number one is look for something that's got as few working parts as possible, or none at all. And the reason I say that is because there is less issues, less things that can break, less customer service complaints on breakages, and also having to learn all the technical jargon for the various products that you're selling. So unless you're sort of really know what you're talking about within a certain niche, and that's why you went into it, always try and look for something with, like I said, with very, very few working parts. It just makes it a lot easier on the back end when you, like I said, with the customer service, returns, and everything associated with that. Okay, and the next tip that's really important, and it'll affect your bottom line, is consider the weight. Okay, and what I mean by the weight, I mean the physical weight of the product. So when it's getting shipped out by a courier or freight company, it will cost you less, obviously, because it doesn't weigh as much. Okay, so if you're shipping a big lump of, I don't know, what have I got in front of me, a big, solid wood chair, it's gonna weigh a lot. Okay, and you may need to use a shipping company or put it on a truck. You know what I mean? But if you've got something light, for example, crystal glasses. I mean, it's actually probably not an ideal niche. Don't use that one, but it's kind of light, so it'll come in a small box of 4 or whatever, and if it made it without getting broken, don't use that niche. I don't like it. But you get my meaning. No working parts, so it just it's a good fit, and it'll cost you a lot less, and you'll make similar money. It'll cost similar amount of money for the product itself, but it'll cost a lot less in shipping, and hence you'll make more money. That's the goal of all this. You know what I mean, guys? So tip number 3 is the price, and the reason we price our things the way we do is you don't want to sell something for $10 and make 50 cents or $1 on it. Okay, so we always look for, I always look for products that range between $200 and $1,000, or even $800, a little bit less maybe even. The reason you do this is because if you're working on 20% profit margin, there's a few bucks in it. Okay, so if you sell 1 or 2 a day, you're going to be doing all right. Okay, but if you're selling something for $10 and you're making 50 cents or $2 and you make 2 sales a day, well, there's no money in it. So you're going to need a whole heap of traffic and customers to make anything out of that kind of site. We go for very specific niches, dominate that niche, and like I said, within that price range, you can make a few bucks. You sell 1 or 2 a day, and you make say you make $200 off each sale, $400 a day. Do the math. You're looking all right at the end of the week. Okay, so. And I'll just add, a lot of people get hung up on niche selection. Okay, you might have a list of 100 different things that you might think you could do, but just don't get hung up on it. Okay, don't get hung up on it. Just get started. Just have a shorter list, maybe only 10. Narrow it down to the one you think you can work with, and then just take massive action on it. Okay, you think about it. Anything can sell. Okay, I mean you use this as a guide, but just take massive action. It's the only thing that will set you free. Okay, do not get hung up on the niche selection. Most people will get stuck there and never go forward from that point. Okay, don't be one of them. Just take massive action and get it done. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. There's some basic tips, and have an excellent day. I've got some work to do. Cheers.